Good morning. Today is Thursday, November 19th, and this is the Morning Breach with Scott Davis. Over a quarter of organizations which fall victim to ransomware attacks pay the ransom, as they feel they have no other option than to give in to the demands. The average ransom payment is now hovering around or over the $1 million mark for many businesses. CrowdStrike has surveyed 2,200 senior IT decision makers and security professionals from organizations with at least 250 employees. The survey found 56% of organizations reported a ransomware attack within the last 12 months, and 87% of respondents indicated that nation-state attacks are much more common than most people think. The survey indicates that organizations realize the link between COVID-19 and an increase in both ransomware attacks and the costs they incur. Organizations are choosing to pay the ransom rather than endure long interruptions to their business processes or risk having sensitive corporate data exposed. Note, just because you pay the ransom doesn't mean the data hasn't been already exposed. 27% of organizations surveyed chose to pay the ransom, averaging a total of $1.1 million paid by each. Now remember, this is organizations with over 250 employees, so small businesses are likely to pay less. 61% of respondents reported that they have spent in excess of $1 million on digital transformation over the last 3 years. In addition, a large majority have also invested in modernizing their security tools and/or increased the rollout of cloud technologies as employees have moved to work remotely. My takeaway here is over half of the organizations surveyed reported a ransomware attack. 27% paid at least $1 million. If I do quick math, 27% of 2,200 senior IT decision makers, I have roughly 594 organizations. So somewhere between $500 to $700 million went to cyber criminals just in those here that were surveyed in this survey. You want to know what ransomware you want to know why ransomware has grown so fast as it has. You want to know why it's getting worse and not better. Well, here's why. Until business owners and executive boards see the criticality of cybersecurity across the board, this number will continue to grow. You need to change your approach to cybersecurity. You may even need to change your approach to technology as a whole. If you're watching this as a business owner, schedule for a third-party security audit of your network and data. The couple thousand that you may spend here will likely save you $1 million tomorrow. A recent report by CoreView research found that 97% of all total Microsoft 365 users do not use multi-factor authentication, shedding a grim light on the security issues inherent with the implementation of Microsoft's subscription service. This is absolutely a critical component, as Microsoft research after research study has shown just enabling multi-factor authentication for your Office 365 protects it against so many threats. And, it's more than just getting the phishing email, giving the password, finding the password in the dark web. With multi-factor authentication enabled, you're adding a layer of protection. And most of your employees will never even realize it's active, except for the first time or when they try to log in using a different computer. Take today, look into, figure out how, but you need to deploy multi-factor authentication for your email service, Microsoft 365, Google Apps, whatever it is. You need to enable multi-factor authentication. The egregor ransomware is now using a new approach to get a victim's attention after an attack. To increase the awareness of the attack and add pressure to the victim into paying the ransom or extortion, the ransomware is now utilizing a script to print the ransom note to all available printers. Last weekend, the retail giant SensoSud saw it in action as the ransom note printed on receipt printers at stores in Argentina and Chile. Talk about a waste of paper. The web hosting provider Manage.com was forced to take all of their servers offline after a ransomware attack on Monday, November 16th. The attack impacted the company's public-facing web hosting systems, resulting in some customer sites having their data encrypted. Manage.com has stated the incident has only impacted a limited number of customer sites. The attack impacted both WordPress and .NET Nuke managed hosting solutions, email servers, DNS servers, RDP access points, FTP servers, and their online databases. In online forums, customers which still have their sites offline fear it may be days or weeks until their sites are back online, pointing to a similar incident with web hosting provider A2 Hosting in May of 2019, which the company needed more than a month to recover from. The city of St. John, New Brunswick, has confirmed a ransomware attack on Tuesday, November 17th. The city manager, John Cullen, stated there is no evidence that anyone's personal information was stolen, and when we know more, we will notify the community. He continued, there is no timeline yet for the restoration of our services, but it is safe to say that we are looking at weeks, not days. Unauthorized access to a hospital email account may have revealed the personal information of tens of thousands of Iowans. Officials revealed. Mercy, Iowa City stated that 60,473 residents of Iowa may have been involved in the data breach. Data including their names, social security numbers, driver's license numbers, dates of birth, medical treatment information, and health insurance information could have been exposed. The hospital discovered the issue with an employee email account on June 24, 2020, after it was detected that it was sending out spam and phishing emails. The account was compromised since May 15th of 2020 through that June 24th. An in-depth investigation by a third-party security firm confirmed that the account could have revealed sensitive customer data. This type of attack is extremely common, and most users don't even realize it has happened until months later. It typically begins with a phishing email or simply locating the credentials on the dark web, logging in and creating external mail forwarding rules. In this case, the cyber criminals potentially hit a goldmine of information. And another reason why you should activate multi-factor authentication for all of your employees today. That's today's episode of The Morning Breach. Join us again on Tuesday, November 24th. If you've learned something new by watching this, please take a second and like and share the video. If you want to see more episodes of The Morning Breach or find useful resources in helping you secure your organization, please visit themorningbreach.com and follow along with us on Facebook and LinkedIn. Thanks for watching.